But we're headed out to round 2 for the Dominican Open. Tied for the lead after day 1. Certainly had an opportunity to get solo lead. Just didn't quite happen. We finished day 1 at 9 under par. What does the wind have for us here in round 2? I'm expecting a good bit. And it's actually the same as yesterday. Sure, it's going to be blowing in a much more inconvenient direction here in round 2. But alas, we move on. Current leader, Tom Hoge, 12 under par. We are tied for 8th as we start round 2. We've got the Friday red on, if that's a thing. I don't know. Let's get out to Teeth of the Dog and see what we can get into today. So there is the leaderboard as we start round 2. Cut line is at -6. We sit at -9, so obviously in pretty good shape to get through to the weekend. Not like we've had to really stress about many cuts this year, but we'll see. That bunker is shaped. That bunker, oh my. We'll leave it at that. Wind at our back. Let's just, I mean, it is fixed somehow. I don't really know what I changed. I should have kept note of that, but just that greenside bunker just had a look to it on the zoom out, but regardless, we're in good shape. Power drive's a little risky. We'll probably get through this tall shit if we really tried to cut the corner. We got a little wiggle room. We can go for this. Well, it's fairly straight. It's got to get out of that, right? Negative. All right. Well, we should still be fine. Not super worried about this. Finesse ain't gonna work. The only problem is we might have to hit a shot type that I'm not super thrilled about having to hit. This is a little dangerous. This is a little dangerous. Oh boy, that's gotta go. We got a good kick. We should be able to make birdie on 1 here. We birdied the first 3 holes yesterday before we kind of plateaued a little bit. Not even really a point in trying to judge any break. It's relatively flat, and after some audio issues and an errant tee shot, we get a birdie here on 1. 2 shots back of the lead, and those scores are final through 36 holes. Par 4 second hole, a short par 4 at 370 some yards. So I see why we birdied the first 3 holes. They are all very gettable. All right. Well, definitely a drivable par 4, and I don't really see any reason not to just go for it. We might. Yesterday we brought it back a little bit. Actually, we brought it back all the way. I'm going to bring it back just a slight bit, hit it high, and we should be in good shape. Ooh, that's a bit right. I don't think we're going to drive the green. In fact, we might be driving this bunker. No. Stop shy of the bunkers, so we do finally hit a fairway. And now time to hit a green. Ooh, we got a lot of that. Luckily, it sits for us a little bit. Hit that way harder than we wanted to. But on the green, and a chance for a birdie on this par 4 yet again. Not really a lot to this. And that's in. So 1 shot off the lead. And we're 2 holes into our Friday. First par 5. Is that what I was about to say? First par 5. Birdied this yesterday. Errant shots. There are tons of tiny little greenside pot bunkers to catch you out. But once again, the wind is at our back. A little bit left to right, but not too bad. We'll just aim right off of that bunker there on the left side, and we'll be probably just fine no matter where this ball goes. That's a little right, but gave ourselves a lot of room over there. It's not going to be the most ideal second shot in. We'll have to fight this ball into the wind a little bit, I think, to get it where we want, but not bad. That's the downside of the power drive. Now, we got this second shot horribly wrong yesterday. Time to not do that again. On the way with the pitching wedge. Wind pushing it. This looks really good. And it is really good. That is a 6-foot, 4-inch eagle putt that awaits us. Not a particularly tricky one, so we're going to go from one shot down potentially to a one-shot lead. And that will fall in. An eagle on 3. I knew it was possible. We just did such a miserable second shot yesterday that we didn't have a chance. Well, the potential to go real low here today. It's pretty much the same wind we played in yesterday. It doesn't really feel any different, and if it is, it's a very slight difference. We move along. One of the oceanside holes. One of many. All right. We're going to go for a little bit more control here. Just a regular drive. The wind's going to push this ball along a good ways. Ooh. Well, we're missing this fairway. No, we're not. I have no idea how. That ball was so right off the tee. 99 yards left on our second. But there's only going to be so much we can do here. Well, it's not, doesn't have that far to go. 99 yards. Let's just hit the finesse. Hopefully it gets there. On the way. They're going to have no issue with it getting there. And stops relatively close, just outside 10 feet. This putt looks like it could have a little trick to it. If I aim right on the left edge, I think this goes in. It goes in. We'll make it circles and or double circles on the first 4 holes here of our day. We're 5 under through 4 holes. (168-yard par 3 fifth). This is probably where the birdie run comes to die, because this is going to be a tricky shot to get right. Seven iron. I'm going to bring it back since this is a little bit downhill. I think we'll be on the green. I don't know how close, though. No, ball's got to come back. Will it spin? A little bit. Comes back down. I'm not sure if that was because of the bounce or not, but yeah, we didn't exactly get that right. Needed to bring the 7 iron back a little bit more. It's a makeable putt, though. This is certainly makeable. And we don't have to do too much, I don't think. That wasn't the greatest putt path, but it's gonna have a chance, and the birdie run continues. From all of 25 feet out, they're on hole 5. Well, there we go. It's a hell of a putt. For the first time today, the wind is in our face, though. So we were going to want to take advantage of this wide area here and just put something out in short grass. Although our regular drives have been miserable to start the day. That's our best one so far. May experiment with a stinger off the tee later on. If we've got a 15-mile-an-hour wind in our face. If it makes sense, if it's something we can do. So club up once. Club up again. And hit it high. Ooh, that is errant. Watch out. We're in the grandstands. Don't tell me I have to play it from there. No. Well, the birdie run likely to end as we got that horrendously wrong. Just a lot of spin coming off the club face on that. We could flop this. It's a little dangerous. I feel like I want to go for a spinner. This looks like it's going to come back down a little bit. I can't bring the spinner back any farther, which is a little bit unfortunate, but... Ooh, watch out. Not our best effort, but we at least have an uphill putt. It's 4R par, though. Oh, wow. Bogey-free tournament will end right here on a putt that I couldn't tell you what just happened. So not only does the birdie run end, we won't even make par here. 6 under through 5 holes, though we drop a shot on hole 6. Naturally. You can tell we're highly, highly stressed after that happened. What I do believe is another par 3. Didn't take a look. I believe it was hole 5 and hole 7 were par 3s here. That is indeed the case. We're into the wind again. The 5-iron is probably not the smartest play. However, we know the 5-iron doesn't get affected by the wind as much since it's hit a lot lower. I'm going to give it a go. That's just another ball. It's got a lot of spin coming off the club. We'll hit the green, but we are a mile away. It really wasn't that bad of an effort. Just that spin allowed the wind to take hold of that thing. And from 52 feet out, I just can't hit a straight iron shot right now. Tiny smidge of more power. Biggest breaker we've seen here at the Dominican Open. On the way. Just didn't give it enough. The aim just wasn't quite right. But from 52 feet away, we put that inside a foot. Lag putting remains one of our biggest skills. It bails us out so many times. We actually only have a one-shot lead. I think we're playing a little bit earlier here on Friday. Tigers and the LA Dodgers coming up after this one. Gonna be a tough test. Casey Mize versus Shohei Ohtani. You know what? This is where we experiment with the stinger. Low stinger. It's gonna get there. We won't have an issue with that. Hope for the best. Ooh, that's got a lot of spin on it, too. On the way. Carried 223. I can't really judge if that's going to be super effective or not because the shot wasn't really all that great. So now into the wind again, and we're going to want to club up probably twice with the 9-iron here. Maybe a finesse 9. I'd like to bring that back a little bit more. Oh, you're at work, eh? And let's give it a go. Ball's above our feet. We'll aim a little bit more to the right. 9-iron on the way. Did we get it right? If it spins, we might. Come back down. Not really. These shots into the wind. There was a tournament a while back where we had some pretty hectic winds that I just magically got a lot of them right. We had a hell of a day, but not so much here in the Dominican. I just can't figure it out. On the way, I messed with the distance, unfortunately. I have no idea if that was going to be good or not, and it actually is. It's inside of a foot. We'll take our par and move on, hopefully regroup and get back on a run here. As we're about to head to the 9th tee. Very interesting scorecard. Circles through 5, a square on 6, and then back-to-back pars. We end the outward 9 here at Teeth of the Dog with a par 5. See if we can't take advantage. Conclude a pretty solid front 9. Certainly should have been a lot better. 6 under through 5 holes, and yet just nothing. That bogey really does sting a little bit. Power drive, it's fading a little bit to the right side. That's going to be okay. I'd actually prefer it to do that. And then now, who the hell knows? 250 out. You know, there's a shot that I don't think we've hit all year long. And that's driver off the deck. I don't really know if that's going to be an option here. I don't even really know if it's a great option anyway. Regular approach with a 5-wood. I feel like this has some chance of success. Might be a little bit short. Or it might be just perfect. That's even fading towards the pin there. Nope. Wind took more off it than I figured it would. I'm so used to hitting 5-woods into the wind and nothing really happening. Well, we're still in good shape. And I really want to give this a good whack. Out of the bunker, into the wind. And it's uphill. Not bad. 5 feet exactly. Which, hey, you know, fits inside the 5-foot circle. We'll take it. However, tricky putt. Pretty tricky putt. Slow rolling in. Well, it's going to wind up being a 6 under front 9 with a bogey mixed in and a couple pars. Round 2 been a little bit of an adventure as we head to yet another short par 4, the 10th hole, 398 yards. You couldn't just build the fairway all the way through, guys. Come on. Pete Dye. Ooh. Well, a little bit of a smaller landing area than I'd usually like for a power drive, but we're going to go for it. Straight enough. We gave it some extra juice there. It's going to hit the fairway. A very unnecessary risk. I mean, we probably have a chance at putting it in close from no matter where we're at. This is a little bit of a longer spinner into the wind. Got to make sure we don't blast this, though. Ooh, holy, did that bite. I haven't seen a spinner bite like that all tournament. Which gives us another tricky putt. And I said yesterday that the pins were fairly easy. Not a lot of break on these. We've seen a good amount of break on the last couple. I would not be surprised at all if we miss this. Nah, just didn't get it right. Wrapped it right around there. So we'll settle for par here on the 10th. Birdied this hole yesterday, but from what I remember, I think the putt was a lot easier. .586-yard par 5 11th. See if we can get back on that birdie train and get back to scoring. When's the last time we hit a shot with the wind at our back? You know what? I'm going to try the sting. I might try the stinger again. Where's the stinger put me? Right here. I'm going to hit a low stinger. Hope for a little bit of rollout to the left there. Well, we don't need the rollout to the left. I put it over there. Now we just got to hope that it stays in the fairway. Which I do believe it will. Now, there's a little bit of extra distance that we're losing there. That stinger a lot better than the last one we hit. Actually, I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's going to be mostly the same. I'm going to hit an approach with the 3-wood. Might be short. But honestly, I'm all right with it. That's fading a little left. I think we just got that wind a little bit wrong. But we're still fine. Fairway just off the green. I don't know if it would have had a chance anyway. Well, once again, I'd love to go for the flop, but just doesn't seem like a very good option. Neither does the spinner, and I can't bring that back anymore. So what I'm going to do is hit a high flop, hit it a bit long, and this might even spin back a little ways. Oh, is it ever? Oh! Hit a run at the hole there. Lost its steam, didn't go in, however. The seldom used flop shot here in the wind pays off on that. It's a tap-in birdie. On to the 12th, par 4 at 470 yards. An actual par 4 for once. A lot of short par 4s here in the Dominican. Now, whose idea was that tiny little pot bunker? We know whose idea it was. It was Pete Dye, but still. Easy decision, regular drive. It sounded good. Ball's gonna die, but we will have a good look in. 142 out. Wind will be in our face, and actually, I feel like this is the same hole I got the wind direction wrong on yesterday. It's gonna be a tricky shot. Gonna be a very tricky shot to try and put close. Oh, that don't look good at all. And it isn't. cannot stop hooking these shots. Just seems to be impossible. Spinner right at it. Oh, we blasted it. Hold on. We're fine. We're fine. I think we're fine. It's not exactly an easy putt, but if we just aim just off the left edge, I think we'll sink it. And we do. Good thing, because that was an absolute bullet. 16 under par, 7 under for the round as we head to hole 13. Par 3's in the wind. Never really a good chance. And especially this one, relatively small green. Wind is at our back, though. All right, well, that makes it a little bit easier. So we're going to club down. Clubbing down again, I don't think is the right call. I'm going to hit an 8-iron. Am I going to hit an 8-iron, or am I going to hit a high 9? I think a high 9 could work. I think it's got a chance. I don't like the looks of it. It looked left from the start. It's not going to sit on the green. We're into the fairway. Iron plays have been rough. No matter off the tee or anything else. This is going to be a very, very tricky chip. This is going to pick up some speed. I do believe. That speed kind of dies out. We're going to give it a little more. On the way. It really didn't go down that hill like I thought it would. Should have zoomed out a little bit, but on the way and in for par. Whole different story than the back nine yesterday. Played much better on the back nine. We've already got 3 pars here on the back here on Friday. But hey, nothing a short par 5 can't fix. The 499-yard par 5 here at Teeth of the Dog with water lurking, a bunker that lines the entire fairway. And we had a lot of success when we were being a little bit risky. We're going to do that here again. Solid. Well, there's that hole that we avoided yesterday. We're not entirely going to avoid it today, but we kind of rolled around the worst part of it. I'm a little bit worried about the 50. I think a 54 right in there, if we hit it high, is going to be the call. It's on the way. It's got to move, and it wasn't the call. I also didn't really anticipate it landing there. Tricky angle. So we've got an eagle chip. But it's actually not that bad of an eagle chip. What is this doing? It's very, very slightly downhill. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's not going to be that bad, but I didn't hit that anywhere near where I wanted. Gives us a birdie. A tap-in birdie. Makes me wonder if that initial read I had on that was that poor. It's entirely possible. I'm known to get some completely fucking wrong sometimes. But all's well that ends well, eh? Pete Todd just couldn't stop making bunkers here, could he? Alright. Regular drive. Right about there. I mean... because the power drive's going to put us over the green. Probably put us on the fucking cart path over there. There's just not a reason. Not a reason at all to drive this green. Just hit a good second shot in, we're going to be okay. We're going to turn down the aggressiveness just a little bit. Looks pretty good. It's coming in hot, though. Ball's got to stop, and I don't know if it's gonna. Come back out of that. No. Well, we made this hole a lot trickier than it needed to be. But we should still be able to come away here with a birdie. It's going to be a pitch shot. Pitch shot that's going to move probably a little bit. But then it's going to fight into that break a little. I feel like the story of this tournament, or at least the way we could describe this tournament, is not our best effort. I don't even know if I want to aim just right off that edge. I just want to go right at the edge. And there we go. Back-to-back birdies on 14 and 15. 3 to play. We're at 9 under again. But I think we were at 9 under at this point in yesterday's round. Just a much different path to get there. Ooh. Oh boy. Did you miss baseball? No. Nope. We got golf and we got Tigers. Golf is always first. There is a chance this is short. It's gonna be short. It's okay. 3 days away from greatness. I really hope it's greatness. I feel like we gotta have a go at a chip here. Just not a reason not to. That sucked so bad. I'm gonna play regardless. Well, yeah, of course, me too. It's a college football game that I don't have to deal with emulators for, because I'm terrible with emulators, as we know. Otherwise, we probably would have played college football revamped at some point, but we never did. But I just think the way that game has been hyped up, like, you got one shot to come back, right? And the game's, I don't think the game's gonna blow people away, and I think some people will be critical of it, simply because it is missing features that previous college football games had. Like, you can't play in high school to start Road to Glory, which was kind of a big blow for me to find out about. But still, at the same time, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna love it. There's just no way around it. I'm gonna bring the driver back as far as I can. as to hope to not roll through the fairway, and we're actually going to have no worries of that. Could have been a little bit more aggressive on that. I was talking to somebody at work about that today, more so MLB The Show, and the guy just goes, "Hey, College Football 25 coming out in 3 days. The show's dead." And I'm like, well, unfortunately, the show's not dead for me. I shouldn't say unfortunately. I actually really have been enjoying MLB The Show, outside of the fact that I have really kind of stunk for a while. We're going to go with an aggressive spinner. And that worked out. Well, that's the thing, is that, you know, we've gone through Tigers franchise at points where, you know, Madden comes out or something comes out, and, you know, we lose a little bit of interest. But go in, there we go. Or sometimes Tigers franchise has just died out. We've fallen behind 2 times, 2 days all year in Tigers franchise. I feel like this is the most consistent I've ever been with it. So, it's certainly not going to die out now. We're going to be playing a lot of college football, but thankfully the release has come at a time where it's just perfect. It couldn't be any better. MLB All-Star break, outstanding timing. I'm going to hit a stinger off the tee for the fun of it. I think. Yeah, we'll be fine. Ooh, we almost weren't fine. Give ourselves a little bit of a different look in. Well, chance for glory. A chance for glory for sure. See if we can get one of these long irons into the wind right. It's not looking spectacularly right. If this ball sits, it will. Hey, that's not bad. The putt ain't the greatest, but that's not really the fault of the shot. Go down a little bit. She's a heavy breaker. Oh, whoa! That caught the entire back edge of the cup, goes in. That is an 11 under round. We haven't seen that very much, to the point that it spun around the entire back of the cup and still fell in. What a hot start we got off to at round 2 of the Dominican Open. Fizzled off a little bit there, but we finished strong for an 11 under. I haven't even checked the leaderboard for the majority of the round. We are in great shape. We lead by 7. Just all about playing well, playing consistently, and actually playing the game ahead of the year's final major in the Open at Royal Troon next week. In the midst of college football, we will be playing golf a little bit towards the back half of the week. If it was any other tournament outside of the Open or outside of a major, we might consider skipping it to play more college football, but that will not be the case. We will indeed be going for 3 out of 4 majors this year, and we'll have to regroup and hope to win the Masters next year. But right now, we're in, of course, phenomenal shape to win the Dominican Open. These fake tournaments, every single time, it just feels like we just run away, but we are at that point of career mode. We got gold everything that we could ever want. We'll probably tune it down a little bit next year, once again, so we're not on God mode, but assuming this game is still the relevant golf game. But we shall see. Into the weekend from the Dominican with a 7-shot lead.